Hey everybody, welcome to Round the Twist, episode 363. It is June 30th, 2019, and I have a furry co-host today. Oh, now you're going to be shy? Really? She's been staring at the camera in all the time leading up to starting. Now she wants to hang over the shoulder. There you are. There's the cuteness. So those of you who remember, this is Lilly. This is the Yorkie that I got at the end of January. She has grown quite a bit. She is now prairie dog size, not rat size. She's about 5 pounds, which is probably all the bigger she's going to get. Yeah. Oh, really? I'm that boring? Really? Do you want to get down on my lap and take a nap? But I'll show you this little cuteness. Hi. Look at the camera. Any other time you're interested in what's right in front of your face. There we go. There's the money shot. So she doesn't stick up as much as Phoebe used to, or, well, here. I can tilt down. Nope. Still, all you're going to get is ears. Maybe some eyes and nose. Nope. That's okay. So, y'all didn't come to see my dog. That's just an added bonus. Daisy's around here somewhere. This one still doesn't like to do stairs, which I'm grateful for because it means she can't make it down here on her own and get into things she's not supposed to. But it also means, because the twins are down for rest time and hubby's taking an afternoon nap, it means that I can't trust her upstairs by herself, so hence her joining me for the show this week. Yeah? What? Oh. Now you're going to get all snuggly? You don't know what to do you? I'd just put her in her kennel upstairs. She's probably like 95% potty trained at this point. Every so often something stresses her out and she freaks out and has a little accident, hence why we can't trust her. She also gets into Daisy's food. Another reason we can't trust her. But anyway, where was I? Yeah, knitting. Hi, how y'all doing? Coffee. Focus. No, you may not have any. I hesitate to think, I like cringe to think what you would be like on caffeine. I think it's Mango Island this week, if I remember right, from San Marco Coffee. So, what I'm knitting, what's on my needles? Let me pull stuff up. Hang on. Totally not prepared. Totally not. Sorry. We were late getting home from taking the kids to a splash pad, so we were late going down for rest time, so I'm late getting started on this, and yeah. But first things first. 3 minutes in. What I have on my needles. The first thing I have is the Dark Side socks, which are a 72 stitch vanilla sock pattern, my pattern that I do on 72 stitches, this time with an Afterthought heel, an Afterthought crystal heel, which is a free pattern on Ravelry. If you Google it or do a Ravelry search for crystal Afterthought heel, you'll be able to find it. And it's crystal with a C. Not sure why it's called that, but it works for me. If you have a higher instep and need a deeper Afterthought heel than just whacking a toe on where the heel should go, this one works great. I think it does. Personal opinion. Anyway, knitting these up. This is not the right thing. Totally should have organized. You want to smell that too? Yeah? All the sheeps. Yes. Oh, now you're going to lick it. Okay. The yarn is from Mustache Yarns. It is her Perfect Sock Self-Striping OCD, which is 2 matching skeins. And the colorway is called Dark Side number 4. So she did a series that were named after the Pink Floyd album, Dark Side of the Moon. This is version 4. Do you want that? You want that? You want that? No. You want to wear it as a hat? Is that it? I don't know what you want. No, not on the head. Okay. So first sock has been done minus the heel for quite a while. It's just been riding around in my bag. I haven't gotten around to doing it, but I did open up the heel. Doing these on US 1s, 2.25 millimeter needles. I did weave in the toe, but I have not woven in the top. And obviously I haven't woven in where I snipped. These are true Afterthought heel socks because I just didn't have any spare waste yarn with me and couldn't be bothered and wanted to keep knitting. Second sock, pretty far along. I think last time I was on the 4th, it was either on the 4th gray or the 4th striping bit after the ribbing. So I did 20 rounds of 1x1 rib. And then I just keep going for 100 and some. I know you're not going to jump down. You're going to stay up here with me. I don't even remember how many rows. I just keep going for a good old long while. Whack a toe on. Let's see. So the gray stripe I just passed actually is where the heel will go on this sock. Like a fairly long cuff. So I'm actually onto the foot of the sock right now. Didn't get to work on it a whole lot, but that's okay. We went and saw, this is like my purse pull out when I'm waiting somewhere, and we went and saw Toy Story 4, but I ended up not knitting during Toy Story 4. Don't know why. Totally could have. Decent movie, but not, you know, my favorite. It was okay. I like other Toy Stories better, but it was still good. The kids enjoyed it. Oh, now you're going to settle? Okay. No? Not going to settle? Here. Oh, God, Lily, did you just toot? As she yawns at me. Yes, she just tooted in my lap, and it smells. Be glad this doesn't have smell-o-vision. Oh, God. How does something so nasty come out of such a sweet little dog? Anyway, second sock, half done. First sock done except the heel. I'm just going to keep plugging away on it. It is what it is. What are you doing? Settle. Only other thing I worked on, and this didn't get a whole lot of work either because this last week we did have company. My parents came out to help us since our nanny was out of town, and I just didn't knit. It's that whole thing, even when it's family, you know, you feel kind of drained at the end of the day. So I'm working on the Worsted Boxy by Joji Locatelli, and I'm doing the size medium using a US 9, which is a 5.5 millimeter needle. And I think the last time, of course, I don't have any labels because this yarn was over dyed. This is Cascade Lana de Oro. It is a worsted weight, 50% alpaca, 50% wool blend. I don't have any idea how many skeins I've used or how many I have, but I believe when last we spoke, I was about 4 rows from starting the neckline. Well, if you can't tell, I'm past that. I finished the right front. It's sitting over here on some waist yarn. I just grabbed some, oh gosh, what is this? Dream in Color Classy out of my cupboard in a light color. And I'm just getting ready to start the short rows on the shoulder shaping for the left front. But I've got this lovely bit. I was going to work on it last night, and then we decided to watch Aquaman, and hello, Jason Momoa, you need to pay attention to that. So that's going. The back is still hanging out on the needle. It is what it is. But I made some progress. It's there. This should be finished before the next show. God, I hope it's finished before the next show. Right as we had our first day hitting 100 degrees here. On Friday, we hit 100 degrees. As I was leaving the grocery store, that's what my car said. I don't know if that's official or not, but it was hot. It's still hot. It's going to remain hot. We went from like 60s, barely into spring, the weather can't make up its mind, to, oh, gee, it's summer. Boom, like that. Not liking that. I need to be eased into the heat. Just thankful we don't have the humidity as well. So that's it. That's everything I've been working on. I got the neck shaping, I did the right front, and I'm halfway through the left front of the worsted boxy. So once the left front's done, I have the back and the sleeves to do, and then whatever neck treatment she has me do. I haven't read that part of the pattern. Shh, you're supposed to read the pattern. Like the whole pattern and figure it out. I did the pattern. So here's the thing. I go through the patterns. This is how I work my patterns. I use PDF Expert on my iPad, especially for sweaters, so I don't lose a page, whatever. I take the little highlighter thing and I highlight my sizes through the whole thing. But the worsted boxy, Joji is nice enough to provide 2 different options to do the boxy, and I believe it's in the fingering weight version too, which I wasn't gonna do. But she does a seamed version and a seamless version. I'm doing the seamless version. So I went through and everything that said seamed version, and I was like, left front, right front, I'm doing the seamless version. Took like a color and like X'd out those sections. Well, finished the neckline shaping, and then it says, or I think it finished the body, and then for the seamless version, which is just a giant tube, and then said, go back to the neck shaping to be used for both versions of the pattern. I was like, oh crud. So I went and did the neck shaping. Continue, and it makes some comment about continue as for seamed version of pattern. And I was like, so I had to hit the eraser and erase all of my big X's that I'd put across those parts of the pattern. So obviously I did not read the whole pattern. Hi, you decided to wake up? You're not gonna snuggle me? You got a little, yeah, you got an ear thing going on. Oop. Hi. Oh, both your ears. What happened? Why are you being shy? Are you snuggling? Don't eat my hair. There you are. You're being very cute now. Just need to keep being cute. You're lucky you're cute some days. Yeah. So, that's everything I have on my needles. Oh, also on that worsted boxy, I made it like 3 inches longer than it called for because I didn't want to go for the crop version. So I knit to 20 inches before I started doing any kind of shaping, rather than the 17. Hi. Why are you being a snuggler? You don't normally snuggle with me like this. What's going on? What you doing? You're just being cute. Okay, I could probably perch her on my shoulder and she'd be... Nope, that's not going to work. Come here. Here. Do that. There you go. There. You can just perch on my shoulder like a parrot. How's that? Nope. Okay. There. Lap. So, what I have on my wheel, currently nothing. No spinning. However, so you remember when I was talking about the Estes Park Wool Market, I had dropped off 2 fleeces with one of the local wool processors that I'm drawing a blank on. Hang on. Terribly prepared. I really need to start writing out show notes again because this is ridiculous. Willow Creek Fiber Mill. I got a call a week ago Friday from Daniel. A week ago Friday? Last Monday. Excuse me. Not a week ago Friday. Last Monday afternoon from Daniel at Willow Creek Fiber Mill. Now when I had dropped off these 2 fleeces, I dropped off the black CVM. Look at the crimp. Look at it. Gorgeous. Named Opal. And then I dropped off a Corriedale, a pure white Corriedale U fleece. That was just 2.5 pounds. That, he's like, now it's going to be 4 to 6 months. And I'm like, I'm not spinning this anytime soon. Hey, whenever it gets to me, cool. Yeah, more like 2.5 weeks. He called me Monday, which was the 20-something, the 24th. I had dropped it off with him on Saturday the 8th. So, yeah, a little over 2 weeks. 2 weeks and 2 days. Gotta say, thumbs up on the estimation because I'd much rather it be that way than them tell me 2 weeks and then not hear a thing for 4 to 6 months. So, they're fairly reasonably priced. Everything they do is by weight, and then once it's washed, all the further processing that they do is by the washed weight. So that's really reasonable compared to some mills that I've seen that go off of whatever the initial weight when you send it in. Why are you licking my arm? That is really, really gross. She's like licking the inner crease of my elbow, and it's weird. But it's being shipped to me. I know it's local. I could have gone and picked it up. I panicked when he called. I wasn't prepared. He asked if I wanted to do pickup or have it shipped, and I was like, yeah, it's shipped. Duh, he lives up the mountain. I could have driven up and gotten it. Still hasn't arrived here, but that's okay. But it is on its way. So, yay. So excited to be able to start that. I'm very excited to see how they processed it into the roving. And yeah, get to do some more spinning. I still need to work on Millie. Maybe that will be my tour de fleece, is working on Millie and getting her processed and done. Oh, now we're settling in and she's sleeping on my lap. This dog goes from 65 to like 0 to 65 and back again in 10 seconds, and it's insane. So I have two lovely fleeces, a CVM and a Croydale, that are coming for me. This is what the washed Croydale looks like. It was very yellow when I gave it to him, but the black CVM, oh, I'm so excited for a true black fleece. Yay! So, various and sundry other things. Tour de Fleece and the Tour de France are coming up. Tour de France is the biking. Tour de Fleece is the concurrent spinning event that goes on. And I believe that starts, oh Lord, sometime in early July. I want to say it's like July 7th through the 27th. Hang on. Tour de Fleece 2019. Searching. And of course it decides to go slow. So it actually starts on July 6th and runs until July 28th. Hey, I was only a day off on both of those. Really, you can join groups for it, and some groups offer prizes. There's things over on there's a Facebook group that's Tour de Fleece 2019. It's a public group over on Facebook. Different dyers have their own little teams to go with it. It's over on Ravelry. It's everywhere, basically. Or you can do like I do and just be like, you know what? I need to spin more, and have it be like the only time that you spin during the year, which is what I found. It's like Tour de Fleece is my final push to actually like sit down at my wheel and do something. So July 6th through July 28th, sit down and spin something. Even if you only sit and do 5 minutes a day, sometimes that's all I have time for. I haven't touched my Spinolution B since last summer when I was spinning that 50/50 Yak and Silk from Green Mountain. I think it's from Green Mountain Spinnery, if I remember right. And I really want to get that done too. So maybe I'll work on Millie one day and that the next. I don't know. Ideas. Something. Twins are a year older. They're getting better about not touching mommy's stuff, mostly. We'll see. So that's coming up, and we'll probably work on that. I don't have any other events at the moment. Oh, the Knitmore girls have Stash Dash going on, which, I mean, the boxy, this is going to eat up a large amount of stash. Otherwise, yeah, here I thought I was flying through that thing, and then it stalled out when I hit any kind of shaping, and I'm like, oh, it's going to take forever. It's just like me with socks. Anytime it's a change of something, like, oh yeah, I can do a tube, zoom, and get it done. And then it's like, oh, I have to put a heel in? And then it sits for 2 weeks or more, and I don't touch it. And then I pick up, and it takes me like an hour to do it. And why didn't I do that in the first place? Because I would have had to concentrate on it, and I don't want to. That's why. So, that's all it is. Now I've got a sleepy puppy in my lap. I can let you guys go. Oh, various and sundry. What else? What else can I tell you about? I probably don't have anything else. That's probably why. Let's see. Anything over? I'm going to skip Dallas Ann's question for right now because I have to do some research on it. Dallas Ann, I will come back to you. I'll do KPAR62's question. So, any questions? It is a sticky thread over on the Ravelry group. You can go there, ask me anything within reason, and I will try to answer it to the best of my ability. So KPAR62, who's Kathy, who's local to me. I don't believe I've met her, unless it's the Kathy I used to work with. Are you planning on making new sweaters for the twins? The last ones turned out great. I hope that they had fun wearing them. So, Kathy, the current plan is no. I was hoping to pick up some more yarn for them at Interweave Yarn Fest or at Estes Park, but you've heard my Yarn Fest experience with Gabe flopping on the floor and refusing to walk any further, and then basically having a meltdown. Didn't happen, and Tara hasn't hardly worn her Miss Piggy pink sweater, Barbie pink sweater that I made for her, so I'm going to hold off because those sweaters still fit. since I made them big. And in future, yes, I'm going to be making more for them, but right now Gabe's much more appreciative than Tara is, so Gabe will be getting the next sweater, not Tara. What can I tell you? I go off of how my work is appreciated, and Tara's worn the sweater maybe once when I forced her to for about 10 minutes. And Gabe pretty regularly over the school year would come out of his room dressed for school and then go, I'm kind of chilly, Mom. I'm going to go get my sweater. And I'm thinking he's going to put on like his jacket or something. No, he'd come out in that Kermit the Frog green sweater. I love it. I love that he does that. That's the first thing. I've drilled into his head that if you're cold, put on a sweater. That's what they're for, right? Thank you, Brenda Dane, all those years ago. So, yeah. The answer's no. Nothing currently planned, but if they ask me for something in the future and are actually wearing their knits, then yes, I will. So I think we'll cut it off there. I'll talk to you guys in another couple weeks. Hopefully with a finished sweater, and until then, happy knitting.